The Cotonou businesswoman. So, one thing I have grown to learn in my journey in life and in business is that there's always an opportunity present in every situation and everything you go through. I had to take my younger brother to go school in Cotonou, North American University. My dad calls me and he's like, come, come home, come take your brother to school. So I needed to go get his admission, walk through all of that process with him. And of course, I had to support in my own way. I was like, okay, I'm going to handle the flights for myself and my younger brother. On the second thought, I was like, I hear a lot of people go to Cotonou, they buy stuff, they come to Nigeria, they come and sell. So why would I want to spend money on flight to Cotonou and back to Nigeria for myself and my brother when I could just go by road and, invest the money in business? From Benue to Lagos is about, give or take, maybe 17 hours, right? So I was going to do that journey. So the first thing I did was, okay, so if I have to sit all the way, is there a way I can cut this journey? So I called my pastor that was in Delta State when I served there. I'm like, I need to do a journey and I need to break it. I'm with my younger brother. Would it be okay to stay? And he was like, of course. I mean, you've lived with us before and all of that. Don't forget, I spoke to you about building relationships that would help you in your future. So it is very important that as you progress in life, you don't ruin relationships, no matter how temporary they were. Always make sure that you separate with people or part ways with people in good terms, because you might have to call on those people at some point in your life. So I had to call to get a place to stay so that I could break my journey from Benue to Delta State. Asaba was like 7 hours. So, that was going to help me be more comfortable to wake up the next day and continue my journey with my brother. We got to Asaba, we spent the night, we were able to break our journey, and then we got to Lagos. And when we got to Lagos, I had to call on another friend because at the time when we got to Lagos, it was quite late in the night. So I had to, another relationship I had built up in the past, I reached out to the lady. We stayed there, and the next morning we're on our way to Cotonou. Now, we got to Cotonou and, we had to get a hotel. Let me say this. A lot of us, when we go through life, we go through the hustle. We're broke when we start up. Then when we eventually make a little bit of money, a lot of us have the tendency to want to, splurge a little, or, just live extravagant just a little bit. But what we do not know is in splurging, you're burning that little that you have saved up. So when I got to Cotonou, I mean, there were a lot of hotels I could stay in, but I chose a motel. I and my brother. So we stayed in the motel, and I went the next day, finished his admission, his school, the whole process. And when I was done with that, I went to the stores. I just took a stroll. When I went to the stores, because of course I didn't know Cotonou very well, so I couldn't start going to the market, and I needed to go back to Nigeria the next day. So I went to the stores I saw, and I saw stuff like, this tags, buy two get one free, and I'm like, really, for this stuff? And it looked really good. So I walk into the store and I saw what they were selling, and I'm like, buy two get one free. So if I buy four, I'm gonna get two free. So I negotiated with them, of course, the market woman that I am. So they ended up giving me I think I bought four and got three free. To think that breaking our Nigerian currency at that time, because this was years ago, it was so much. I was able to buy and buy and buy. And from there, I saw some handbags I saw jewelry, I bought, all of this stuff I was going to sell. Now, remember, I decided to go by road so I could put that money into buying goods. I decided to stay in an affordable hotel so that I could still save that money and put it in the business, right? So I was able to do that, and I bought some stuff. And then I went back to the hotel, folded the clothes and put them under, and put my new clothes up. Why am I telling you this? A lot of us, we think that everything has to be so difficult, but you would always find a way. I knew I didn't have the money to pay customs. So what did I do? I needed to improvise. Took off everything that made me look like a flashy businesswoman and all that. and then I was looking very moderate, right? And then I sat in the car. Now, somewhere at the back of my mind, I also kept the money for the customs fee. Don't get it twisted. I kept that money. So I sat in the vehicle when I was on my way back to Nigeria. And then I came across the customs at each stop point. They would ask me, what did you go to do? This and that. Some of them would just say, you're a student, right? I mean, you said it, not me. I'll just be like, yes, I am. And they just say, go. That was how I scaled through that journey without paying a dime. Now, fast forward, I came back to Nigeria. What I bought buy two, get one free, I ended up making 3 times as much. Because the quality of what was in those stores that I bought in Cotonou were so good, it could compete with what we had in the stores in Nigeria. So it was okay for me to sell them at the same price that stuff was being sold in Nigeria, even though I bought them during a bug off deal. It didn't matter, right? I ended up selling and making a lot of money, and I was able to save some of that money and put into another business. Now, what's the whole point of the story? There is always an opportunity. Now, I didn't plan to go buy stuff in Cotonou, but when my dad said, come take your brother to school, I'm like, okay. So instead of me just going there and not knowing what to do, or just putting my money or spending money and I'm not going to make it back, let me think of where I can make money. And that was it. Now, it wasn't a business that I kept doing because I wasn't going to Cotonou consistently, right? But that one time, I can tell you that the profit I made in that one time that I went to Cotonou was over 100,000 Nigerian naira. So you're asking now, why didn't you keep going? I didn't have a reason to go. I was going to end up spending so much. It wasn't planned. I had my job that I took permission from to come and take my brother to school. So I couldn't do that back and forth. But in that moment, I seized an opportunity, and I was able, from seizing an opportunity, to make money. So there's some things in life, opportunities that come for you in life that are not permanent. Some of them are just temporary. You're just going to go through this route. Okay, what can I get when I go through this route? You're just going to pass by this place. Okay, what can I get? Now, think consistently like a business person, and you would be, if you have that mentality of a business person consistently, you would see opportunities. Every time you would see opportunities. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Kimberly. I remain the sales and marketing coach. Do not forget to hit that subscribe button, share this video, like and comment, and come back for more, because I'll be here next week with another interesting story. I'm still on the hands-on series. Thank you so much for watching. See you all next week.